Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I am doing the Record Store Day 2026 preview video. And this is the longest preview video I ever have done. I actually was off today. I purchased a giant record collection, around 20,000 records. I was in the process of humping that back to, its current safety location. And I actually hadn't been in the store all day. So after close, I had everybody set it up for me. And this is what I came into. And you can't even see it all because there's a pile of stuff over here on this counter. So I'm exhausted. And then I walked into this. But this is by far and away one of the best record store days in recent memory. This is a great list. There is a lot of killer stuff on this list. I don't even have it all yet. The stuff I'm missing, I'm going to include in tomorrow's new arrival video. But as of now, this is what I have. So grab yourself a beverage, maybe a little popcorn, maybe a meal, a couple of desserts, because it's going to be a while. This is going to be an event video. Okay, so the details. We open at 8 o'clock in the morning on Record Store Day, which is April 18th. People generally start lining up the day before. At the very least, they're here at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is a long line, and I'm assuming it is going to be this year as well because there's a lot of killer stuff. We are live streaming the entire event. There is going to be a large camera presence here in the store. It's going to be awesome. You can watch the stream all Record Store Day long, from open to close. You can watch it all. I'm going to have cameras everywhere. That's the surprise for this Record Store Day. We're going to have cameras outside, cameras inside. We've got multiple angles. I'm going to be mic'd up. I went all out. I spent close to $10,000 for this production. We're making it a big event for the people who can't come locally and experience. You're going to be able to see it from your living room without having to do all the work that is required to pull one of these things off. Everything that does not sell on Record Store Day, and there is going to be an immense amount of it. I want to say all said and done, I've got somewhere in the vicinity of about 14 pallets worth of Record Store Day stuff. Everything that does not sell on Record Store Day will be put online at theingroove.com the following day at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So that's Sunday the 19th, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I think that's 5 o'clock Arizona time. One thing I will recommend too, I've only mentioned this one other time, we offer a rewards program now, and this is a perfect opportunity to get involved in the rewards program. It's available in store. It's available online. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. It is going to give you free points, which are then in turn changed out for gift certificates. I've got regular customers who shop here every week, and I'm constantly giving them free records because that is the reward program. There's a lot of you guys who are not on it. You should sign up for it. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. It takes 10 seconds to sign up. Go on the website. The bottom right, you'll see a little red icon that says rewards. Every day, you can use it in store. You can use it online. But a lot of people spend money on Record Store Day. So this is a good time to get that Record Store Day kickback. Get a little bit of rake back for yourself. Okay. So I'm hoping this camera view pans out so I don't have to do this twice. I'm not even 100% sure, but you might have noticed we're in a much wider camera angle due to the fact that there's a lot more stuff to show you guys, and I had to get most of it in frame. Okay, I'm going to start with, there's some non-records, well, some of these are records, but there's some non-traditional type of Record Store Day items this Record Store Day. Let's get to that first, starting with the Crosley Rolling Stones 3-inch record player. It includes 6 singles, and it also includes a little Rolling Stones crate. You can get the singles individually. I'll probably have them here somewhere to show you in a minute. This is Anderson .Paak's Malibu as a 7-inch 10th anniversary Record Store Day box set, limited to 1,000 units. And it's kind of like an igloo cooler without the handles. I mean, the handles are on there, but you can't use them. Audio-Technica is releasing, and this is a really cool Record Store Day idea because this is a product that people need, and it's cheaper than their normal ones. So for record stores, you can only get these at indie record stores, but they are actually offering special Record Store Day turntables that are less money than the normal counterparts. So this is the LP60 in purple. But I think normally this is what, 120 bucks or 220, not 230. It's $199. And then they're doing a special white edition of the LP 120. It's the LP 120 Bluetooth in white. That is a record store day turntable. All right, let's get into some of the small stuff so I can clear some space. Let's get into some 7 inches. Again, there's some stuff that's missing. Charlie XCX. You'll have to tune in tomorrow for the rest of it. Demi Lovato, 7-inch of Frequency. Matchbook Romance. Visions. All Time Low, Fool's Gold. We've got Danny Brown, Grown Up. Danny Brown's classic, cult classic, excuse me. Paul Weller, When Your Garden's Overgrown on Parlophone. Nico Case, Cool Boys. Kurgerbon, White Gloves. The Last Dinner Party. What else do we got here? Lots of stuff. Let's dig into the box of goodies. These are the 7-inch Rolling Stone singles that you can get individually, get off my cloud, or as part of the kit. Mother's Little Helper. It's cool because they actually use the original artwork on these. Play with Fire, as opposed to the Beatles ones, they kind of had newer artwork. Heart of Stone. Honky Tonk Woman. And Have You Seen Your Mother's Baby Standing in the Shadow? What else do we have in the box? All right. This is kind of cool. Ziggy Marley, Bright Side. It's actually autographed on the cover by Ziggy Marley. Gil Scott-Heron, Reflections. Jeff Buckley, live at Olympia. Pink Floyd, live from Los Angeles Sports Arena, 1975, April 26. Stream it, raving and drooling, amazing. It is the precursor to Sheep while they were working it out before they recorded it for Animals. From Mr. Bongo, we've got DJ Coco, the 7-inch DJ turntablist maestro from Japan. There's 5 7-inches on there. Let's see, Bruce Cluck, former guitarist of Kiss. Deb Never, Figuring This Out. English Teacher, Nearly Daffodils. Violet Gruel, What's Heaven Without You? Wolf Alice, the Spotify Live Room. Gotta figure out how to get these back in the box. All right, we've got, let's make some space. Jack Johnson and Hermanos Gutierrez, Hold On to the Light. Another somewhat popular artist. I'm just kidding. It's Taylor Swift, Elizabeth Taylor. This is going to bring some folks out to the record store. Olivia Dean, live at the BBC. When this list came out, I'm like, oh, this is a really good list. Too bad it didn't have Taylor Swift on it. And I said that out loud to a lot of people. I'm like, what we really need is a Taylor Swift release because that really drives traffic. And a couple weeks later, boom, Taylor Swift release. Tyler Childers, Bitin' List. Tate McRae, Hang Up on You. Panda Bear and Sonic Boom, Lucky Charm, and Graveyard. Lucy Dacus, New Lucy Dacus Song is the name of it. Johnny Blue Skies in the Dark Clouds, Castaways. That'll be hot. Carly Rae Jepsen, Disco Darling. Let's see. Pink Pantheress, Girl Like Me. Dropkick Murphys versus the Outlets. Knock Me Down. There's a lot more 7 inches than in the past. But you know what? At least it's not crazy like the old days, and it's more popular artists rather than a super high amount of just indie-only artists. All right. God almighty. All right, so let's make some space. I have a feeling I'm going to need to put some of this stuff on the counter. Here we go. Something I was quite excited for. Listened to it already, and it is awesome. That is the Talking Heads CBS Columbia Demos. This is a double disc at 45 RPM. The Ramones, Summer in the City, live in San Francisco, 1979. On pink vinyl. I generally pick up every Ramones live album. That's probably going to happen as well. Stuart Copeland, The Rhythmist. This is hand signed by Stuart Copeland. There you go. Saw the Police on the reunion tour. What a great show. I wish they did it again. Foreigner 4 Alive. This is from 1981 and 1982. We've got Sonic Youth, Diamond Seas, RSD 12-inch, 32 live performances of the Diamond Sea. All right, that's a little more space. We can work with that. Thin Lizzy, live in Cleveland, 1976. The classic lineup and a classic show. Little Feat, let's see, includes an all-analog cut of the original album from the master tapes, plus a bonus disc of previously unreleased and rare outtakes. This is going to be a hot title. Tony Bennett, MTV Unplugged for the very first time on vinyl. Got a lot of calls on this. I'm going to pick up this Cars Heartbeat City live. Love the Cars on clear vinyl. The full 1984 live concert from the band's multi-platinum album tour. Bill Evans live at the BBC. Chuck Israelis and Larry Bunker. From Residence Records, first official release ever. Limited to 5,500. Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, Lick My Decals Off, Baby. This is the original album recut from the analog master tape. I love how Rhino is doing analog audiophile records for Record Store Day. A lot of you guys recently have probably gotten some Record Store Day titles from The Doors that have been sonically lacking. This is not that. This record sounds amazing. This is The Doors, Strange Days, a work in progress part 2. The sound on this is phenomenal. These are outtakes from the album, are like working tracks. An absolute must-have for a Doors fan. It is really good. You are going to listen to it more than once. Wheels of Fire, live at the Fillmore and Winterland. Remastered 3LP expanded edition. This is another title that looks killer. There are so many great releases on this Record Store Day. Jeff Buckley, live at Olympia. To go with the CD. A couple George Harrison releases. We've got Extra Texture, the Zoetrope edition. And Wendell Harrison and the Tribe. Tribute to Pharoah Sanders, limited to 1,250 copies. This is from Org Music. Roy Hargrove, Burn. Previously unreleased live recordings on Time Traveler, limited to 3,000 copies. Frances Hardy in English. Limited includes a 7-inch of her debut EP featuring songs in French that I dare not butcher. John Wesley Harding, Here Comes the Groom, Deluxe. Hemlock Springs, Going, Going, Gone. That is a extremely bizarre cover. Not gonna lie, it's a little out there. Another George Harrison Zoetrope disc. This is Dark Horse. Brain fog. I'm like, Dark Horse, that's the label. What's the name? It's Dark Horse. Ham, Relationships, RSD 12-inch EP. If you didn't know you needed it, now you do. This is the 12-inch Zoetrope picture disc of Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. A tune that I honestly could never hear again and be okay by that. This is cool. What is this? Selena Gomez, Droplets. Limited edition on clear UV printed vinyl. That's really cool looking. Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Charlie XCX. Goat Snake, Dog Days. There is going to be some crowds on Record Store Day. Gotan Project, The Best Of. Cyberpunk 2077, Angel of Men. Man. Angel of Man. In case you were wondering, it's not men, it's man. All right. Against Me, New Wave B-Sides on pink vinyl. Art of Noise, The Seduction of Claude Debussy. Interesting. April, March, Villarville, limited edition of 750. Alcatraz, I actually had this autograph for a while. It was on the website, finally sold. No Parole from Rock and Roll, Alcatraz with Yngwie Malmsteen. He had a very nice autograph, actually. John Anderson and the Band. Band Geeks. The name of this album is True. We've got Amble, Hand-Me-Downs. This is an RSD 12-inch. The 13th Floor Elevators, We Are Not Live. Available for the very first time. The original tracks without the crowd overdubs. That's kind of cool. The crowd overdubs were terrible. Leslie Butler, Jagan. Yeehaw, Caitlin Butts. Bat for Lashes, A Fleet of Bats, the early demos. Woo, we're not even a quarter done. From the box set, we've got David Bowie, excerpts from the outside. I'm pretty sure this was in the box set, right? I don't know, maybe this is just excerpts of that album. Crazy. Let's see, Has to Be Master, crystal clear vinyl. Approved by Brian Eno. David Bowie's Hello Space Cowboy, 30th anniversary, 12-inch EP on pink vinyl. Geno Akayo, Trip. This is a picture disc. Air, Moon Safari, the Athens concert. Aha! For the first time on vinyl, Analog is on Analog. Get it? Because the name of the album is Analog. The medium's Analog. That's what the hype sticker says. Don Cherry, Blue Lake, live 1971. First ever official vinyl reissue on Charlie. What do we got here? Cameron, Killa Sessions. Woo! Box sets are kind of off to the other side there. Collective Soul, Touch and Go. Brandy Carlisle, live at Easy Street Records, Volume 2. Blue Beat, the legendary label from 1960, presents Prince Buster on tour. to 2000, hand numbered on the back. That's 917. Bring Me the Horizon, low files. Really cool die cut picture sleeve there. The Bucketheads from Music on Vinyl. All in the Mind, the expanded edition. Blur, live at the Budokan. Bluey, Up Here. This is a Zoetrope picture disc. The Blasters, Rare Blasts, studio outtakes, and movie music from 1979. Did I show it? We'll show it. Baby Metal, live from the O2 Arena. This is the highlights, not the whole concert. Bruford, Feels Good to Me, 1978. First studio album on Cherry Red Records and Culture Factory. Bob Brady and the Conchords, long out of print, 1960s, Baltimore Blue-Eyed Soul. Put out by Omnivore. Chet Baker, live in Japan, 1987. And this looks like, yeah, this is an actual official Japanese record, not made to look like one. This is manufactured in Japan. On the back, nice, beautiful tip-on cover. Has an obi. Big Sean, Detroit. Dog's Eye View, Happy Nowhere, 30th Anniversary Edition. What do we got here? The Darkness, One-Way Ticket to Birmingham. Live from 2006. John Coltrane, The Tiberi Tapes, a preview of the Mythic recordings. Wow, this is beautiful, thick tip-on. I mean, this is like a tone poet or like an Analog Productions, modern Analog Productions. Ray Charles live in concert, the complete performance, remastered by Michael Graves, vinyl mastering by Jeff Powell. On vinyl for the very first time. His legendary 1965 live show. Beautiful presentation as far as the packaging goes. The Cult, Weapon of Choice. Nice foil cover. Ethel Cain, Inbred. Camper von Beethoven, Tusk. Huh, they're doing Tusk. I love Not That Funny. Probably one of my favorite tracks from Tusk. Camp's 10th Anniversary Edition, self-titled. Marshall Crenshaw, the bootleg sounds of Marshall Crenshaw from 84 to 87. We've got Alice Cooper 2LP picture disc with all four members of the band on each side of the picture disc. That's kind of cool. Hillary Duff. The name of this is Mine. What is this? In-group price tag. Unfortunately, they're easily removable, it seems, sometimes accidentally. Alabaster de Plume. Dijon, how do you feel about getting married? Dinosaur Jr., live in Hollywood, 1991. Dr. Demento, Get Demented. This is a 12-inch. Has a bunch of tunes on it, though. Ooh, what is this? This looks amazing. Marcolino Diamond. Baruja, ultra rare reissue from one of salsa's most prolific pianists. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kraft with this beautiful tip-on jacket. Kraft knocking it out of the park. Skeeter Davis, The End of the World. The Navy Hoedown Sessions. What a beautiful tune, for sure. Doctor Who, The Rescue, original BBC TV soundtrack. No Country for Old Men. Dope is the name of the band. John Densmore and Chuck. It's actually John. I'm looking at this thing, and this is a hip-hop album, and it is, I'm guessing. It's got Chuck D, but it's got the original Doors drummer over here on the side, John Densmore. That could be really cool. I'm going to have to give that a listen. Dr. Feelgood, Oil City Confidential. Like I said, I've been busy, and a lot of these I'm seeing for the first time. It's like a reaction video. Def Leppard, Slang, 30th Anniversary Edition. The second Dada release for Record Store Day. This is their 1996 release, remastered on vinyl with 4 bonus tracks for the first time. Limited to 1,500 copies. Never before on vinyl before. From Real Gone Music. Really cool release. Ian Dury and the Blockheads, live in London, 1980. The DBs, Cycles Per Second, the 2024 World Tour. Iris Dement, The Way I Should. The Dream Syndicate, Sketches for Medicine Show. Deaf Haven, KEXP Sessions. Empire of the Sun, Walking on a Dream. This is a expanded edition, 2 LP set. El Zihi, Lead Poisoning, the 10th Anniversary Edition. 1996 remixes, electronic. Oh, this is electronic. Great if you're a New Order fan, obviously you're a fan of electronic. They're great. Sophie Ellis Bextor, Read My Lips, the 25th Anniversary Edition, limited to 5,400. It's number 1702. From Jackpot, all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray, a gift from Euphoria. The name of the band is Euphoria. It is a high dollar record, originally on Capitol. Had an original a couple years back, went for like $400, $500. In Vogue, EV3, limited to 1,000 copies. All right, row 1 is done. We did a thing. Okay, so let's get to a couple of non-RSD, or these are RSD things, but non-vinyl. They are doing 2 handmade robots exclusive to Record Store Day. They're kind of like a little bit more elaborate Funko Pop, but these are made specifically for Record Store Day. The very first one in the series is the Hello Kitty. I don't know, what is she doing? She just got a Record Store Day shirt on. Hello Kitty. And then, I mean, this is cool. Check it out. It's Ozzy Osbourne, poor Ozzy, but kind of as a, he's got button eyes. What's that? Like Nightmare Before Halloween. Coraline? I think it's Coraline. It's kind of like a character from Coraline, but Record Store Day, Ozzy Osbourne. This is number 2. Both of them available. They're record store day releases. Okay, let's get a couple of things out of this bin. Move it over to here. Laufey, A Matter of Time, live at Madison Square Garden. Yosef Lateef, All Right Upon the Lake, live at the Jazz Showcase. Limited to 2,500 copies. This is 1,900. It's like all the elemental stuff right up front here. Freddie King, Feeling All Right, the complete 1975 Nancy Pulsations concert. 3 LP set, limited to 3,500. Steely Dan, Alive in America. Ahmad Jamal, At the Festival Showcase, live in Chicago. Limited to 2,850. A lot of these, man, are a lot less limited than they were in the past. Or, I mean, they're a lot more limited than they were in the past. Fall Out Boy, So Much for Dust. Live from Madison Square Garden, 3 LP in white glitter and season color vinyl. All right, maybe I can stuff one more in there. Dallas Good plus Richard Reed and Perry Ware, The Watchers. All right, I think that's enough space. These other rows are really hard to do from the right, from this camera angle. Let's see, Good Kid. Can we hang out sometime? Gong, Flying Teapot, Half Speed Mastered. Ghost Note, Swagism. Goblin, The Singles Collection, 1975 to 1979. Ghost Funk Orchestra, live in Europe. Limited to 2,250. The Gits, Electra. What is this? Gabby's Dollhouse, A Meowsing Music. This is like a pop-up book. This is a massive gatefold. Something's going on in there. This is going to be like one of those items that's probably like super in demand. Everybody wants it and they're spending hundreds of dollars for it. It's always something goofy like that. Flying Lotus, 1983. What an awesome gold metallic cover. Flat Duo Jets, Boogie on Your Head, limited to 1,500 copies. John Frusciante, The Only Record Water, to only record water for 10 days. I don't know what the hell that means. Do you? To only record. I'm exhausted. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Radio 1 Sessions, 1982 to 83, for the very first time on vinyl. Fully endorsed by the band on the hype sticker. For Squirrels, Baypath Road. Freeman, self-titled. Jackson C. Frank, self-titled. Mark Knopfler and Emmylou Harris, All the Running. 20th anniversary on smoke-colored vinyl. Neil Horgan, Flicker Live on Moonlit Gravy vinyl. Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan? Naughty? Ooh, what is this? Miyako Kaji, Urami Bushi, The Flower of Carnage. This is a 12-inch EP. Looks like a proper Japanese release, but I can't tell. Tommy Keene, songs from the film, the 1984 Reflections sessions. Cat's Eye. George Jones, Cold Hard Truth. The Jesus and Mary Chain, Some Candy Talking EP. Limited black leather vinyl. I wonder if that's just code for black. Judas Priest live in LA, 1990. You got another thing coming. Looks like a good set list. Jurassic 5 Quality Control, the 25th anniversary edition. Ooh, interesting. Look at all that Ampex 256 2-inch tape. The legendary Austin, Texas 90s noise rock trio, John Boy. Jade, Jade to the max. The Jayhawks, 2-meter sessions. Junkie XL, Saturday Teenage Kick. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, live at the Ritz, 1981, with a limited edition commemorative ticket of the show. Positivia presents Elton John The Remixes. Huh. Adrani Lechner, live at the Revolution Hall. James Brandon Lewis, These Are Soulful Days. The Nubians, Makinda remixes, white vinyl. King Crimson, 1974 at Penn State University. First ever vinyl release of the show. A special Kiss album for their summer tour featuring cuts for all formats, 45 RPM from Casablanca Records. This essentially would have been like a DJ-only promo piece back in the day. Bruce Kulick, former guitarist of Kiss, they did the Kiss. Did I say Chris of Kiss? They did the CD of it. They also did it as an LP. K Tundra, Ain't No Damn Way. Picture disc. Megushabu, Destroy, Erase, Improve. No clue. Limited to 2,000 copies. The Mark Lanigan Band. Bubblegum, the original draft. Little Peepee. Crybaby, the 10-year anniversary edition at 45 RPM. Lunachicks, We Can't Be a Worster. Look Outside Your Window. Look Outside Your Window is the name of the album and the band. On Splatter Vinyl. Buzzkill, The Locust. On Green Marble Vinyl. Living Legends, The Gathering. The Lemonheads, Creator, 13-song LP. The London Suede, coming up at the BBC. The Misfits, Famous Monsters, been out of print for a long time on limited edition green and purple vinyl. Motorhead, oh, my back is killing me from standing this way. On Parole, Steve Wilson, the Steve Wilson remixes. Bob Mould, Body of Song, 20th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. Freddie McGregor, Showcase, limited to 1,500 copies worldwide. The Muffs, live at Fort Apache. Mute Math. Let's see, self-titled. The band's full-length debut album on vinyl for the first time in 10 years. Mama, Welcome to My Blue Sky. Melanie B, Hot. featuring Missy Elliott. This is a picture disc. Mama Cass, Dream a Little Dream. The Mooney Suzuki, People Get Ready, 25th Anniversary Edition. Laura Marling, Manchester, live at Albert Hall. Magusha, Catch 33, limited to 2,000 copies. Gabby Moreno, live from KCRW. The Mighty Rootsmen, Strike Back, Volume 2. Mark Marion, Panicked. Muse, Muscle Museum, the EP. Megadeth, Hidden Treasures, includes 4 Japan-only bonus tracks. The Modern Lovers, great album with Jerry Harrison from the Talking Heads. Pre-Talking Heads before he joined. This is a picture disc. Good album, really good album. Impact has even got themselves a Record Store Day release. This is strictly limited to 500 copies. Let's see. John's alternate version of The End. Limited to 500 on the back. Ngozi Family, Gate Crash. Canyon Trilogy on Dark Horse Records, Carlos Nakaki. Sinister Whispers, My Life with the Kill Cult. Motorhead, Lenny's 50th birthday, live in West Hollywood, 1995 at the Whiskey A Go-Go. MC 900 Foot Jesus, Welcome to My Dream. Ma Rainey, Black Bottom, limited to 1,200 copies. Muse, self-titled, RSD 12-inch EP. Oh. The Meteors, from Zark with Love. The King of Psychobilly. Phoenix Alphabetical. The name of the band is Phoenix. The album is Alphabetical. Polo G, Hall of Fame. Charlie Patton, Primeval Blues. Limited to 1,500 copies. Porcupine Tree, We Lost the Skyline. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Archive of Volume 1. Nice foil cover. The New York Dolls reunion album. One Day It Will Please Us to Remember Even This. That is a much older band than the early days. Klaus Nomi, the Remixes Bundle Volume 2. I absolutely love Klaus Nomi. People get a kick out of it when I play it. They think I'm playing with them. I'm like, no. I like it. It's good. I'm not just doing this to torture you. One of the titles I was looking forward to the most. This is an all-analog cut from Kraft Records. Beautiful tip-on, original style jacket of Miles Davis's very first LP. Miles Davis, The New Sounds, came out in 1951. An extremely difficult record to find an original of. Even if you find that it's going to be absolutely trashed, sound terrible. But what an iconic jazz record to own. The very first 12-inch of Miles Davis's first LP. Not a 12-inch. LP, 10-inch. Mayday Parade. This even predates the 12-inch LP. This is back when the LPs were 10 inches to coincide with the size of a 78. But what a cool piece. I can't wait to listen to it. Mayday Parade. Tales told by dead friends. Pavement. Perfect sound forever. It's Arbor Day, Charlie Brown. Oh, that's a little pitcher's mitt shaped, disc. Very cool. King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. Big Fig Wasp. Picture this, the shape of kind of a wasp. A wasp's head. The Stone Temple Pilots live at Rolling Rock from 2001. John Prine, BBC Sessions. Phoenix United. Pavement. The Power Station, live in 1985 from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. What is this? This is a triple disc. Primal Scream, the 1987 EP. Mike Peters, Feel Free. John Prine, Found Dogs. Robert Plant, Saving Grace. All That Glitters. Cut at 45 RPM. Why couldn't that been signed? Pussifer, Normal Isn't on apple-colored vinyl. Let's see, we've got Pepper. Given It. A lot of box sets in that final box. Paper Route Illuminati. Paper Route Illuminati is the name of the self-titled album. Rainbow, In Concert, 1976. Looks like a triple disc. Fonati and Eric Robertson. The Juice Crew. RZA. Bobby Digital Presents. Rule. Hate Myself. Runt Live. This is Todd Rundgren's The Necessary Cosmic Frenzy. Romeo Void, live in 1981, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oh, actually a few different options. Recorded in England, Germany, New York, and Ann Arbor. Peaches. No Lube, So Rude. Connie Bailey Ray, live at Webster Hall. Madonna, The Confessions Tour, live from 2006. The second time we've got this as a record store day release. The first time was a picture disc. Now we're getting it as, I think it was a picture. Maybe it was the acoustic greatest hits. I guess that's different, right? This is on silver vinyl. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, live at the Paradise Rock Club, 1978. Includes a vintage tour pass. Joe Henderson, Consonants, live at the Jazz Showcase. Consonants? Triple disc, unreleased live concert. John Coltrane, France, 1965, The Complete Concerts. This is a 4 LP set. The Complete Live, A Love Supreme. Very cool. On Charlie. The Pixies, live in Newport. John Lennon. Love, the Meditation Remixes. Another title I'll be after. Abby Lincoln. On Riverside, all analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray from Craft Recordings. It's essentially an OJC for Record Store Day. Sonny Rollins, Kenny Dorham, Wynton Kelly, and Paul Chambers. That's a lineup. Another title I'll be after, Buster Williams' Pinnacle. This is from Time Traveler, all analog, cut from the original master tape by Matt Luthens. The Who, a quick one. This is the 60th Anniversary Expanded Edition. Mal Waldron, Stardust and Starlight at the Jazz Showcase. From Resonance? No, who's this from? Yeah, Resonance Records. Cecil Taylor, Fragments, the complete 1969 Sally Powell concerts. Blah, blah, blah. Limited to 2,500 copies. This is either a 3. Yeah, this is a 3-disc set. Black Sabbath featuring Tony Iommi, 7th Star. Newly remastered from the analog tapes. All right, here we go. The Cure acoustic hits. Oh, this was definitely done for RSD years ago at the Old Star. I remember getting it, but it was a picture disc. Jazz Dispensary, Maga Barastilla. Jazz Dispensary comes to Brazil. From Dark Horse, the Radha Krishna Temple, produced by George Harrison. This is an actual Japanese import pressed in Japan. This is the Rolling Stones, Big Hits, High Tide, and Green Grass. This is a mono Japanese pressing. Made in Japan. Billy Squier, Tell the Truth. The Stray Cats, Rumble in Brixton, live in 2004. Joe Strummer and the Mascaleros, Global A-Go-Go. Swamp Dogg gets his pool painted. Sages, RSD, self-titled, 12-inch. Sunvolt, Sound Signal Serenades, limited to 3,000 copies. Spicy Jane, live. The Michael Schechner Group, live and ready. The Sword, 3 songs is the name of that. What is this? Oh, Ryuichi Sakamoto, The End of Asia. This is on Gearbox. The original motion picture soundtrack to Sinister. Adam Sandler, They're All Gonna Laugh at You. Man, I remember listening to the Goat song in the 90s when I was a kid, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Had it on CD, listened to it over and over and over again. Saint Germain, the 10th Anniversary African Project Remixes. What a really cool die-cut cover. Squirrel Nut Zippers, Roasted Right. Newly remixed from the original multi-tracks. Billy Strings, Tiny Desk Concert. Pressed on milky clear vinyl. Snarky Puppy, live at Ground Up Music Festival. Stock Forest Group, St. Celia, the Electra Recordings. 2 LP set on light blue vinyl. The debut album from the Sisters of Mercy. First, Last, and Always. Interesting. I wonder why it's got Japanese writing on it. I don't know. The Stranglers, Rarities. This one has 3 hype stickers. You really know what's going on that record. They just kept putting hype stickers on it. Sugar. File under Easy Listening, the Singles Collection. Let's see. Slint, Untitled. This is probably going to be really good. Rod Stewart, The Alternate Atlantic Crossing. Alternate versions of the classic album tracks. I like these alternate. They've been doing them for Record Store Day now for years, but they're pretty good. Gil Scott Heron, Reflections. This is the LP of the CD that I showed you earlier. A couple more Japanese releases. We've got Mayoshi Takanaka, All of Me. Beautiful presentation. Beautiful thick jacket by Miles Showell at Abbey Road. Beautiful presentation. And then the Mayoshi Takanaka on Guitar is the name of this album. Again, nice tip-on jacket on that as well. The Tears. Here Come the Tears. Teenage Fan Club and Jod Fair. Words of Wisdom and Hope. Thievery Corporation. Culture of Fear. 2LP. Colored vinyl package. TV Girl. The Night in Question. The French Exit Outtakes. Salad Days. Music from the documentary film. From Jackpot, we've got SRC Milestones, all analog cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray, limited to 1,000 copies. Van Halen, double vinyl live from the 1986 5150 tour on crystal clear vinyl. The Violent Femmes, 40th anniversary of The Blind Leading the Naked. The Verlaines, Ready to Fly. U-Roy, Feel Ja Spirit. U-Roy meets the Aggravators. Ultravox, The Remixes. Limited 2LP set. McCoy Tyner, Bobby Hutcherson live at the Umbria Jazz Festival. Let's see, official release, previously unreleased. Songs from Mark, T-Rex. Ike White, Changing Times, remastered from the original master tapes by Bernie Grundman. Brian Wilson, Imagination, his 1998 album on LP for the very first time. Donovan Woods, Not a Greatest Hits Volume 2. Not a Greatest Hits Volume 2. Weezer, 1192, the first Weezer studio recordings. The Walker Brothers, Night Flights. Cory Wong and the Green Screen Band. Wisp, If Not Winter. Another Brian Wilson, on tour 1999 to 2007. First time on vinyl. And Jerry Jeff Walker, Navajo Rug, 35th Anniversary Edition. Okay, let's get into the last tote. All right, how am I going to do this? Let's wheel it this way. Oh, I can do it like this. This is going to be golden. Oh, this is good. This is David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and Graham Nash, the solo albums. Albums cut from the original analog masters by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundman Mastering. You got Stephen Stills, If I Could Only Remember My Name, Songs for Beginners, and then a Solar Rarities album. Back in the box it goes. Pink Floyd, live at the Los Angeles Sports Arena, April 26th to 1975. Woo! I gotta get a water. This has been an event, guys. This is event filming here. It's very late at night. I'm very tired. I'm exhausted, but I get a little excited holding this Pink Floyd. This is going to be good. I was a little disappointed that it didn't come in the Super Deluxe box set, but now we know why, because it's right here for Record Store Day. All right, we've got the Grateful Dead, Boston Music Hall, 1976. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live from Ashbury Park, 2024. This is a 5-disc box set. Professor Longhair, Mardi Gras in Baton Rouge. The Grateful Dead on a Back Porch, Volume 3. Ween, Europe, 1990, live in Basel. A very brown set recorded in front of one person. Oh, this is going to be good. Love in the Strat East reissues. Charles Tolliver with Gary Bartz, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Joe, is it Henderson on this? Joe Chambers. Right Now and Then, all analog cut from the master tapes by Kevin Gray at Coherent. It is essentially a tone poet for Strat East. You can't beat it. Strat East titles, very high dollar. Bruno Mars collaborations. He is the Record Store Day ambassador for this year. Joni Mitchell, For the Roses. Joni's first album from Asylum with her original As Intended artwork. The K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack from the Netflix film. Some more K-pop Demon Hunters. We got Jerry Garcia, 50th anniversary, limited to 5,000 copies of Reflections. Waylon Jennings and the Wailers. When the Balladeer Met the Dukes. Paramore, All We Know Is Falling. Limited edition red smoke vinyl. Ziggy Marley, Brightside. Limited edition hand numbered with translucent orange vinyl and an insert. Unfortunately, that is not signed. The CD is, but the LP is not. Boo. Labby Saphir, Crying, Laughing, Loving, Lying. Motley Crue 45 celebrate their 45th anniversary, Live Wire. Fear Factory, Digimortal. Soul Jazz Records presents the Studio One sound. Power Pop, American Power Pop from the New Generation, 1971 to 1981. Third Eye Blind, Rarities and First Drafts. Woo, we're almost done. Woo, you excited? I'm excited. Various artists, Metal Machine Music, Power to Consume. They're really milking this Metal Machine music. Woo, people bought it. It's sold out. I don't know if anybody listened to it, though. Various artists, Undertale. I have no idea what that is. A tribute to Fleetwood Mac and management, East Coast, Tame Impala. Very cool. Guess we're in the Various selection now. Video game Lo-Fi, Sleepy Pokemon Beats. Panama Latin Treasures. Various artists. The Westbound Sound, Volume 3. My Soul is Lost, Unknown and Forgotten Rural American Musicians. You'll Never Eat Fast Food Again, Drive-Thru Records. The Classic Sampler Collection, on vinyl for the very first time. Interesting, really have no idea what that is. Rock and Roll Doctor, Lowell George tribute album. Let's see, various artists. Law Records presents Operation Irie on opaque white color vinyl. Stax Killers, 14 fabulous flip sides. Many of them are better than the A side. Zini Givi and Steve Albini, Supernaut, Maximum Implosion. Zora Boston one, Never Say Never. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but what do you expect? Come up with an easier name, guys. Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts, As Time Explodes, recorded live in 2025 on the Love Earth Tour. The last stack, guys. The last stack until I show you more for late add-ons tomorrow. Yes, Tales from Topographic. Limited edition 3 LP set. Don't go nowhere. Official bootleg of XTC. Live at the Emerald City, 1981. Exhibit Restless. Let's see, the complete peel sessions for Exmal Deutschland. Scott Weiland, live. The first ever live album featuring unreleased recordings. And Wiz Khalifa, the 10th anniversary edition, and that is it. Oh my God. Definitely the longest new release video I've ever done. It is massive. I've got records absolutely everywhere. I've got them here. I got them over there. I'm hoping that's actually not stuff I'm supposed to show you guys. I don't think so. No, that's what was in the bin. Okay, so that is it. Again, this is going to be a massive record store day. Tune into the live stream. Don't forget to sign up to the rewards program. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until next time.